Hi guys!
Hi.
On essayait genre, il faut qu'on se couche.
Hi
everyone!
So welcome to our channel. Today we have something a little different than what we usually do.
Yeah.
We will address a subject that's pretty different than what we usually do, and that is a little more inclined into self-betterment. So our subject of today is
How to get through a friendship breakup.
we personally, throughout our lives, have lost friends, and both of us, we could say that we lost a best friend.
Yeah.
We're not going to really go into details on how we lost at a certain point of our lives our best friend, because there's a certain level of respect that we should give to others, and it's something that's pretty personal, and out of respect for the other person, we prefer just not mentioning who this person is or exposing the story that's behind this breakup. We would like to use our experience so that we can help you guys out.
So it's not really a story time, it's more like tips and tricks that you can use if it already happened to you. How to really get through your breakup with friends.
Without further
ado,
well, let's get started. But the first tip is to simply let yourself feel the emotion. Don't be scared to feel. Don't try to run away from it. The best way for you to heal is to actually accept what's happening and let that emotion come, accept it in order to eventually let it go. So it's important to feel it. If you always put it aside, or if you try to run away from it, it'll just be harder for you to get over it eventually, because those emotions that you suppressed, it's always going to be coming back to you. So it's okay for you to roll in your bed and stay the whole day in bed crying. It's okay to cry. It's okay to talk about it too. Like, find a good support system and talk about it. And if you do not have at the moment a support system, write about it. Just let your emotions come out so that eventually you'll be able to let it go.
okay, so for the second point, I would say that you have to let people help you. If you have siblings, other friends, like, I don't know, like a sister that want to help you, let them. You don't have to be alone. It's healthier actually to be with someone else than just to be alone and like isolating yourself.
So basically, after you've cried about it or you've let yourself feel the emotion, the second step is to occupy yourself. So basically, after you've mourned the loss of someone technically that's not anymore in your life, you have to stop just living for the pain that it can cause you. Basically, you should give yourself a deadline into being sad, into crying, into talking about it, and eventually when you've come to that certain deadline, you have to stop. You need to occupy yourself and move on. After you've phase.
Allô?
Hi!
I don't know you, you know me? Hein? Qu'est-ce que vous faites?
On fait un travail. Okay, let's order
Hey, ne me
pizza.
casse pas ce miroir, tu sais combien il coûte? Où est le couvercle de ton affaire? J'espère qu'il n'est pas par terre. Ok.
Sometimes when you're with someone, you can be so close with this person, and if it's been years that you've been with this other person, you can lose yourself. You get so attached that you guys like have the same personality. But what happens is that sometimes when you feel like you've lost this person, you feel like you lost a part of yourself. You're empty inside, and you can see it as something that's bad, or you can see like an opportunity for you to rediscover yourself and see who you are truly without the influence of anyone.
Don't blame yourself, because when you're blaming yourself, you're only feeding that hate towards yourself, And when you're blaming also the other person, you're only feeding the hate towards her. It's just not healthy.
Because again, we are concentrating into healing, and when you have hatred inside, you are not healing the proper way anyway. When you're young, if you've lost your best friend and you guys were young, it's different. But I feel that when you grow up, you feel like it's a little too late for you to build up new relationships. When you're in the period of adulthood, when you reach that period of time, you might think that when you've lost your best friend, it's over. You're not gonna find another relationship that you could live that's as close and as personal as this other friend. If you've stayed so long with another person by fear, and now that you've lost this other person, regardless, you feel like you will never have another best friend, it is very not true, and you shouldn't think that way. You should be open to other friendship and not be scared, and sometimes without even realizing, you build different types of relationships.
Try to talk to someone that is not friends with her or him, whatever.
Sometimes, like when you're venting about this person, it could come through as if you're talking bad. So you can put yourself in situations that are awkward, and like it or not, some people can perceive it as, talking bad about the other person, and it can make drama. And right now in your life, you do not need more drama about the situation.
And if, for example, all your friends know each other, just, I don't know, go talk to like your siblings or your mom even. I mean, it could be just someone like that. It doesn't have to be like another friend, obviously.
Something that's also important is that when you're going through the process of healing and moving on with your life, for a certain time it would be good to just get rid or hide anything that could remind you of this other person. Like for a normal breakup, that could be also beneficial, because if you have things lying around that reminds you of this other person or that has a memory with this other person, you will think more about it and just hurt. And right now what you need is not to hurt, you need to heal, to eventually cherish the memories you built with this other person. But now is not the time to kind of think about those things. Now is the time for you to just be in your safe zone. So get rid of anything that reminds you of this other person, and eventually when you've moved on from this other person, you decide if you completely want to get rid of those objects or those things, or to just keep it as a souvenir.
Yeah, and if you have any like object that belongs to the other person, try to do it now, like to like give them back now. I mean, because you won't do it later. Like, I still have things that I have, but I mean, do I really want to like give it back now to like see the other person? I don't think so. So just try to do it now.
Oh, if it's a best friend situation where you guys decided to still be friends even though you don't have the title of best friends anymore, my personal opinion, but you do whatever you want with your life, depends, but for my personal opinion, it would be best that right now you guys just don't see each other. It's just better for you guys not to be friends.
Give yourself some space before, and then try to like maybe, because like re-becoming friends is something,
it's better. It's just that if you see this other person when you're in the transition of healing, it's just gonna open up new wounds. This person that you've always thought would be in your life, that's always been there, by letting this person go, you are stepping out of your comfort zone. And when you step out of your comfort zone, it's a way for you to learn. You're always learning when you're stepping out of your comfort zone. So if it's for the best, just see it as a learning opportunity. Learn from your mistakes. Learn by losing this other person, learn what you need in a friendship, what you want, use it. Don't let it come to waste.
You really need people and friends that empowers you in life, that will make you grow, that will only give you positivity in your life. For example, just like, I don't know, be friend with people that will believe in you, believe in your dreams, and that only wants the best for you.
We will make a video eventually about noticing the signs when a friendship is toxic. We came with wisdom just because we had some certain situations that happened. So we will get more into details about how to notice when a friendship is toxic and see the signs from the beginning so that you do not have to suffer in the future.
Exactly.
To sum it all up, everything happens for a reason. So if a friendship came to terms, there was a reason for it. Some people weren't meant to stay in your life forever. Some people were here to serve a certain purpose, and when you've reached this purpose and you've learned, this person had to go. Just that's how the universe works. People come and go.
Yeah, and you just have to accept it because sometimes it's just for the better.
It is. Even if you can't see it right now, if that happens that you can't see that it's for the best, you will eventually. Just don't be scared to open up your heart again to another best friend. Don't be scared about it. Don't let this person have that impact on you, because this will only bring you down, and you deserve a good quality friendship. You deserve love. You deserve someone that will always be there for you the right way. So if you stood up for you and yourself, don't close yourself, and stand up for yourself and open your heart back again.